Sup my little pulselings, how's it going? Hope all is well in your world. If you like the video, subscribe and you'll be notified when another one's up. Sup pulsers, how's it going? Thanks for joining me today. We are looking at Hand of Hexes. Now the creator of this game asked me to test out his demo and I said fair enough. So let's hear from the other part. Play cards to cast spells that control enemy hordes and use your deck to build deadly mazes of towers with funky attack patterns. Yeah, the towers have got some cool attack patterns, especially when you're able to combine them. So let's have a look at the settings. That's it, your music's overall sound, music, sound effects, and that's everything. I do think you should have some more display settings than that. Developer, I think all PC games should have that basic stuff, but there you go. That's just my opinion. Now the art design in this game is really nice. It's like you're kind of watching a theatre play. Do you know when they do the puppets on the strings and that? It's pretty cool. The type of roguelike tower defense game this is, it's one of the ones where you use the towers to build the level kind of thing. I do think this needs a bit of work, developer, which I will be pointing out. You did ask for honest feedback and I always give that, so there you go. Now I'm just going to read some of the email from the developer because I want to explain some of the things going on. Right, dive into a paper crafted world with zero text in this deck building tower defense roguelike where you control enemies' paths by constructing mazes. Use these towers with crazy attack patterns and don't just aim at your enemies. Now I want to highlight that fact, zero text. That's why there's no words in this. Explain a lot of stuff. After extensive playtesting, the demo was dropped a few days ago. The game is very much made with the context of content creators in mind, with minimal tutorialization and strong visual cues for every action due to the lack of text aspects. Right, so that means you're supposed to cipher from the pictures. Now you asked for an honest review, the developer. That's a bad idea the way you done that. It's a really bad idea, such as this part. Now there's no key here to explain what any of this stuff is. Campfires, you can either heal the cat. It'll give you a choice of 6 health or card removal. 6 health will only heal, it will not go above, so you can't add health to it. These guys look like DNA strands, are awesome because they allow you to combine 2 cards. You can get a decent card. Oh, actually I'll pick that one. Now I can get after a couple of fights, try and get a decent card. This is done really well. This is an aspect of the game I think everyone's gonna like. The problem with the way you've done this, developer, is you're excluding the people who are not used to card games by accident. Because you're going to get a lot of negative reviews saying there's no text in this game. Even though that's by design, gamers are not going to get that. So this is your mana. You got 7 out of 7. This ticks up throughout the fight. This is your gold. You need a key here, that's basically what you need, or index so people can go and look up stuff. People who don't want to do that won't do that. People who do want to do that will feel excluded because they can't do that. I'm just trying to explain to you my thinking about this. This is the second time I've done this video. Because I might want to make sure I picked all these points. Now, these are towers because they have a tower picture. These are spells because they have a spell picture. It does not tell you the damage they do. That is a big mistake on spells. You need to tell the players how much damage they do so they can work out how much to hit the enemy with. Now the towers themselves, I gather these are frogs. I actually thought these were rams when I was first playing it because I was watching a video where goats and rams and that go up on the cliff faces and eat the salts off dams and that, and they kept falling off. So I had that in my head. So I might call these rams by accident, but they're actually frogs by the looks of it. So it tells you they fire forward in a line and they fire single shot pellets. The towers in this are actually really cool, especially the mushroom ones. They cost 3, the bombs cost 1. So I'm going to go down the bottom, just fight along to this point, might go to the next level. Now, before we start the fight, I need to let you guys know there is no starter in the fight. You do not get to choose when the fight starts. There's basically a background invisible clock going off. Developer, I think that's a bad idea. You should let the player look at the map, decide what they're going to do, and then start the first wave. If you don't want any breaks in between, that's fine. But they need to start the wave themselves so they can have a look at the map. I think that really goes against the game. And I think a lot of people are going to get annoyed at the fact they can't even look at the map because some of the levels are different. Some of the level designs need to be working as well. Same as you should have a card in here, a block or something you could put down to block pathways that cost like 1. Yeah, you're not putting a tower down, so it's not doing any damage, but it allows you to control the pathways because later on the maps get better and better. That's one thing I will say. Your starting maps are very better, which is fine first few levels. Later on, when you allow weaving throughout various parts of the stages now, that's when the fun will begin for a lot of players who play these types of games. Players new to these type of games, honestly, I think I'm going to be really put off by the way you've done the lack of text. And I know it's like you want to do a game, but if I was you, I'd really, really reconsider that. So this level for starters, I had one that didn't have this bit. It had this bit, but it was the opposite way around. You cannot put towers here, 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 or here. That's a bad design, developer. For the starting levels, it only happens on the few starting levels. It does open up later on. So if you're interested in this game, it does open up later on. It's just the first few stages are kind of like this, really cramped. Not really that much to do, but it is the first few stages. I think limiting the players like this is not really a good idea. So I spent 2 stars there to get more cards in my deck, which the only ones I can use are bombs because I can't put towers down anywhere. So either you need to let people stack tower on tower to get an increased attack or ability or something, or dig this part of the map out so they can add more stuff. Same as when you get new cards by I'm excited. By spending 2 stars, you need to get rid of the hand. So if they've got a load of things in the hand they don't want to use, and they're drawing a new hand, they don't want to keep half the cards that they're not going to use. See what I mean? They're looking for something. Oh, I haven't had that one before. That costs 4. No, I don't want that. I'll get 3. I haven't had that one. This one poops out a little egg. Now it does it on the right. The one I had done on the right. This one looks like it does on the left. But the one I had only done on the right. So it's only in certain circumstances it's actually useful. This one looks like it fires 2 dots to the right as well. I'm going to try one going up. I want to see what that's about. But yeah, this is some of the stuff I mean. Like letting people put down a block to control the waves when there are bigger stages would be really cool, developer. You got nice graphics though. The graphics are really nice. The music's nice. People like kitty cats. That's nice. The combining of... Oh, right, it shoots up. Oh. That's the first time I've had one that shoots up. Right, so I can have one now. Which I might be able to have one now. Or I can have one now. Oh, this is what I mean, developer. So if I had one of the octopus, if we had to do something, octopus and this are pretty cool. It's what I mean. Say like I don't want that card, I'm not going to use that card, and I draw a new hand. That card should go and you should get a full new hand. So the cards are nice, the music is nice. That's what I want, toadstool. -1 of cost, because it normally costs 2. Looks like that one shoots down. That is a spell that does freeze. That's why it looks like an icicle. But that toadstool, I'm going to combine one of those basic towers. Yes, this is a really cool part of the game. So basically what you do is you select what ones you want to mutate. I call it mutation. Who wouldn't? And I'm going to put that on it. This one hits in a square around him. So this one now is going to fire forward and hit a square around him. That's a really fun part of the game, developer. And like I said, when the levels start to open up a bit more, they become more interesting. Right, let's get rid of one of you. Get rid of a bomb next. Even if you took one of the bombs out, just gave some people a block to put down, I think that'd be so much better. I got 2 campfires though. I didn't get that last time. Right. Yes, they will hit them as soon as they come out. Which is awesome. See that would work. Oh, we're gonna have that there. I want a couple of more of these little frog dudes. Oh, look at that big boy. The mutations in this is where it's at. All about mutations, people. Well, I can go there. Well, I should start from the top really, shouldn't I? Well. Let's add some more behind, shall we? Have a bomb in your face, dear boy. Have a bomb in your face. Like I said, I like toadstools. The toadstools and the beehives are basically the same. It's just that the beehives cost more. Best ones mutate are the octopus. They hit. Say like your tower's this middle one. They hit here in the corners. At a distance. It's very cool. Right. I can only go bonfire, bonfire. So I'll go bonfire. 200 gold. There are shops in this, by the way. What anyone asks. What was I doing? Get rid of a card, eh? Let's get rid of them. I've got quite a lot of towers as well. So the look of the game is really nice. The music's really nice and relaxing. It's just, I think the lack of text actually really goes against the game massively. Alright. We're going to put that there. We're going to put that one there. We're going to make everyone go up here. So then we're going to start putting some. I want them to come down to here. Right, let's get some bombs going on. Alright, we need some more cards, people. Did I get him? I think I got him. Nope, have a bomb. Right, I'm not going to be able to get him around here, so I might double tower these guys. My little crocodiles can't really go on. Actually, I had to think about it if they're facing the wrong way. It would be so much cooler if you could rotate them, but I think that would make the game way too easy. Let's put you in the top corner. Right, let's bomb you, golden boy. That's the boss. Bosh. See, I really like the element when you start combining these towers though. But other than the way you can mutate the towers, I haven't found a way to actually upgrade the basic towers. Looks like that's a frost downwards for free. I don't like you. That's a tentacle slap. That does come in handy. Ah, give me an octopus. Oh, you annoyance. Well, I'm going this one. I'll try and get a DNA. There's another DNA down there. Cat. Shop. Can only be got on the bomb. That's not cool. What have we got here? Right, let's put that one there. That one there. Right, put that one up there. Put that one there for now. We can get up here. Look at that big boy. Right, let's get some more cards. I'll bring that one down. And we're going to start bringing that one up now. We get a better card. The mushroom one will be pretty cool. Just can't go there. Can go there. Technically, no one's in there. I was going to put a one of those dudes in there, but I couldn't bother to wait. Alright, let's bring this one right up. So we can get another one of those big bad boy ones. No, I can't. Dang it. Right, all the way up. Then they can just come down after that point. We can put another one of those in there. You can shoot them as they come out, by the way. I just put them up there to stop them going up and around. Straight out begin. But there you go. Let's try one of those goose ones. Right, who can I splice? I normally have the octopus there. I've got the octopus every other time. I really like the octopus. Right, we can get another one of those. Involved with one of those. Yeah, let's do that. Right, let's see. No fight? Yeah, go ahead. Why not? Right. Let's shut that down. Thank you. Right, we're going to go here. We'll go up there. He's got quite a long reach, that one. Right, so we want them to go up. We need to go here. Here. Come on. We go here, here, here. Let's see if we can get that one. There we go. That's a better one. Two, three, come on. Right, put that one at the bottom as well. What way do you fight? It looks like you fight, yeah, to the right. So you'll be good. No, you're better over here. That way you can hit the far lanes where I wanted to go afterwards. I'll have you there for now. I'll have you firing in, back at itself, and hitting them as they go up there. Yeah, you can have a bomb. There you go. Yay! And there's much rejoicing. More toadstools. Are they mushrooms or toadstools? I think they're toadstools. Oh, I didn't get on the bath last time. So there's no way for me to go shop in this top row. This is also one of the things, developer, you are limited where they can and can't go. Because this combining the cards is the best thing in this game. It's really cool. Right, we'll go here. I've got a spoon. I didn't go on this. Right, -1 star for a card or +2 stars? -1 value on a card. How much it costs? Oh. I can sit down that 3.01. 2 stars would be everything overall, though, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think 2 stars is better for now. So I actually want to kind of limit my deck a little bit. If I stick that goose, or one of those starting ones, then fire behind and front. Put that down there for now. Oh well. We've got one now. Ah, they go down. Ah, no. There you go. You always get a lot of bombs in your face. Oh, you're not quite going that way yet. Oh, yeah, there you go. Sweet. I will push you out by 1. We'll push you out by 2. Oh, another one of those toadstools. There we go. Yeah, you need a way to destroy the towers as well. Put that one in there. We'll put that one just above him. There we go. Ah, I think we've got this one. Yeah, little tentacle dudes. I like tentacles in this. See, having to make temporary walls up there. I could have got them to go down, stay on the outside, weave up, to come back in on itself. Like that. Because you ain't got a way to block them straight up again. It doesn't really work out that way now, does it? They can still get through. They can't get through if I do that. I'll put that there. There you go. It's going to mess them up. It's not really shoot in the face. But it's going to make them a little bit uncomfortable. There you go. The fact that one faces the wrong way. You can rotate these towers as well. That would vastly increase the game, I think. If I put a bomb in him, will he get rid of that tower? No, it doesn't have health. Let's see how many bombs it would take to get rid of that tower. Ah, it's got to be a way to do it. Yeah, well. I think getting rid of the tower is pretty cool. Give me the octopus one. Yes, the octopus one. That slows people down. 1 point toadstool. Ooh, toadstools are the best. Now, the octopus one is cool if you put it on one of those frog dudes. Because it's such a big area. Right, what have we got now? What happens if I put that with that? Right, it does everything, but I've already got that. So I don't really need that, do I? Okay, let's add that to the mix. Mega toadstool. Oh. So this is a really cool part of the game, adding all the towers together. I really like that element. Right. So we need you to go up. Bring that top one. Right, that will hit that corner. Which is awesome. Oh, we have flyers coming in. That's not good. There we go. Peacock can go there. That's going to hit the ones just there. I'll put a toaster up there. I've got way too much bombs in my hand. I'm not going to get the little chickadees that I want. Uh-oh. Oh, you gotta touch my cat. You nerds. Oh no, the king, none of them touched my cat last time. This sucks. Come on. Kill him, kill him. One more, one more. Ah. Oh, he touched my cat. He touched my kitty cat. Yay! That was Hand of Hexes. What do I think of that game? I know the developer wants the lack of text on the game. I think that's a big negative myself. Because any new players to this kind of tower games, I'm going to avoid it for that reason. If they play a demo. That's if they play a demo. I think the level designs are very basic. You need to add in a basic card that allows the player to have more control on the board. You definitely need to make a way to remove towers throughout a run. Because otherwise the players can't do something quickly in emergency, then undo it. So what you're relying on is players to already previously play those levels, so they know what stuff is. I think card players who play these kind of games a lot won't mind the lack of text and that stuff on it. New players will, so I know what they're doing basically. The art design is really good. You've clearly got some kind of difficulty here when you've completed the game. The drawing side of it, yeah. The music, yeah. I think it's alright. It's just the stuff that's missing that is in the basics of these games. Plus, you've got a tower defense game where you're supposed to build a map around the towers. Not having basic blocks to block off pathways kind of defeats that. That's why they have basic blocks in them. Or lower the price of your starting towers. Make the maximum 2 stars. That will speed it up. That would mean it's not impacting as much, not having those blocks that you normally see in some of these games. Towers should be able to put on other towers and boost them up or something like that. Because very quickly, you've placed all your towers on the board and you're not doing anything. You're just watching a line jump along. Anyway, that's just my opinion. I think you've got some nice stuff going on. I just think there's I think it's rough around the edges. Especially on some of the stages. Like I said, on the first stages, there was one of them, which is that horseshoe one, where you have an area like that, where you can put 4 towers. That's all you do in that stage. Put down the 4 towers and you're just sitting there watching. You need to make your maps bigger. You need to make them more interactive. You need to make the player think a bit more as well. A lot of the plain ones, I know you're trying to go, well, you can build and do what you want. But that's... how can I put this? You're not making the players think. You're going to do the very basic thing I did, which was one line here, leave a gap, one line here. Leave a gap, one line here. That's not normally how these games work. Normally you have to work with the environment. You have to work around the bits that are already there. Players can't do that with yours because you don't allow them time to look at the map either on the later stages. You need to let the player start the very first wave. I know you don't have gaps in the waves. Some of them do. They go wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5. Okay, that's you chose to do it in one continuous wave. That's fine. That's down to player's choice. Some players will like that. Some players just won't. Me, I played with both of them. I don't mind those mechanics because they're both the same to me. But same as having a shop. You need to have more pathways so the players can choose which line they go on as they go across. Quite a few of them, when you start on your maps, have either one line at the bottom that has either shops or the mutating car together, then the others don't. So players aren't really making any kind of thought on where they're going on the map either. There's no real strategy there. Like I said, people who have played these kind of games before, I think, okay, I'll be more inclined to play it. People who are new or mid to these kind of games, I think you're going to lose their interest because of the lack of text, the lack of map design. I just think you need a little bit of work. Definitely the maps need to be bigger as well. But anyway, that's just my opinion. That was Hand of Hexes. Like I said, I like the artwork, I like the draw style, I like the music. And this has been PulseBeetle. Thank you for your time. Have a good day. Keep the pulse. Remember. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see the next one, you can just subscribe and you'll be notified when it's up and running.